A smile beamed bright across Maitre's metallic face as she took in the sea of giant mechanical arms that stretched for miles, assembling thousands of NG-10s. The NGs were made of a porcelain-colored steel. They had asymmetrical faces with ice blue eyes, known to entrance their victims, while being 20 times stronger and faster than any of their contemporary bots. Having the added bonus of being able to biologically reproduce with any model of android regardless of their generation. In the years since their arrival, the NGs and their hybrid offspring nearly outnumbered the population 3-1. Maitre's electric dream to reshape the world and hold it in her mechanical hands was closer to a reality. Maitre noticed the small strident dot at the back of the factory, speeding through the black marble floor like a missile, getting closer and closer to reveal herself as KVXIV, who leapt onto the platform while barely making a sound, landing softly next to her mother.
It has begun, Madam President. Our unwitting target has been placed at the highest ranks within the Archy Corporation. Begin the second phase. I will guarantee success. I know you will. You understand what terrible things were to befall you if you failed me.
KVXIV leapt off the platform, igniting her jetpack, flying through the open glass ceiling into the night. She trained for this mission over the past year, learning everything she could about her target, including any repressed triggers to use to her advantage. She landed 20 miles north of the event, activated the holographic implants placed all over her body, and changed into the form most appealing to her victim. Scanning the party guests, looking for the weakest of the herd, she came across an MURL-18 accounting bot, a round silver-tinned ball with a giant see-through animatronic skull. KVXIV used her ice blue vision to entrance the helpless robot so she could dispatch with his body and take his invitation. Once inside, she felt a great sense of uneasiness as she was around the most amount of mechanomen she had ever seen. Her target was perched on a specially crafted throne of bones, Antag Archy, the black chrome butcher himself. KVXIV maintained her composure, running through an abundant list of scenarios, unwittingly catching Antag's eye. He headed towards her direction. Antag pondered leaving the party since it began, locking everyone in and burning the building to the ground. And that's when he saw her, an angel with magenta chrome skin, blonde hair, and a kaleidoscope-colored gown. He recognized the model type as the 51U7, but he thought they had all been discontinued. Memories of the nights he and his brothers spent in the care of their nanny, Dio Na, as she tucked him in and let him stay up an hour past bedtime, flooded into his mind. It was rare for Antag to give in to his emotional chip, let alone the secondary nostalgia application, but for some reason, he could not control himself. He rose from the throne, cracking the ruby quartz floor beneath his feet, jaunting towards the 51U7.
State your name and occupation, you beautiful creature.
KVXIV switched into her Southern Bell modulator.
Why, that has got to be the most hauntingly arousing introduction I have ever received. The name is V1VAH, V for short.
You compel me. Let us leave this place together and never come back.
We barely know each other, sugar. I could be an assassin sent to kill you.
Astute.
A red beam emerged from Antag's visor, scanning V's body.
You are an NG-10, masquerading as a 51U7. You are superior in strength, yet lower experience points in hand-to-hand combat, as well as a limited weapons cache. You may be an assassin. I am not concerned.
She returned to her default voice after being exposed.
I cannot tell if you are so cunning you seem crazy, or so crazy you seem cunning.
A little of column A, a little of column B.
They entered Antag's sky limo, flying far away from the event.
My place or yours?
Neither.
She grinned, programming the coordinates into the limo's navigation system. Antag became suspicious the moment they flew over the gargantua forest, heading in the direction of the Archy family's old summer home. When the limo landed, KVXIV and Antag emerged from the car, both aiming at each other, he with his wrist cannon, and her with her plasma beretta.
Tell me how you knew the coordinates to this place.
Hush now, Antag. This won't hurt a bit.
I challenge you to get a shot off before I disintegrate your skull.
A familiar voice called out from behind them.
Calm down, children. No more fighting.
They turned around to see another 51U7, but this one was older, with a rusted face and disheveled mop of hair.
Diona.
She told them they were welcome inside, as long as they deactivated their weapons. The cabin had been kept in shape, appearing just as Antag remembered from all those years ago.
What happened, Diona? My parents told me you went south after the affair was exposed.
Your mother was furious. She wanted me dead, especially after she found out I was pregnant with Patri's child.
You and father had...
Antag turned to KVXIV and put 2 and 2 together.
I am disgusted and ashamed.
KVXIV stood defiantly.
You are mistaken. I am KVXIV, the first in G10. Try it as he might, Patri could not keep me and our baby hidden for long. It was only a matter of time before Matri found us and tore you from my arms.
As Diona spoke, the buried memories came back into KVXIV, like the remnants of something recorded over on a VHS tape. Daughter and mother stared at each other, then embraced. Returning to the next-gen factory, KVXIV played Matri, the video footage of her knocking out Antag, then placing the timed atomic microbomb inside his chest, leaving him on his bed. He would restart the next morning, assuming the entire night's encounter had all been a dream. Well done, my dear. KVXIV was left to ponder her new alliance. You just listened to One Cycle to Span, Season 1, Episode 13, Part 2. This audio drama was written, recorded, performed, and edited by Drew Manning. If you enjoyed it, please stay tuned to this channel. Thank you for your time, and have a great one.